Hello guys, Michaela here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another speed build. Today we are doing an apartment renovation, which it's been a while since I've done one. I think the last apartment that I did was, I don't even know, honestly. I forgot, to be completely honest. But anyway, we're working on the 20 Culpepper house, which is a unit in, I want to say, the fashion district, or I have no idea. Honestly, I get the districts in the game confused so much. I have no idea, but I think it is the fashion district. I turned this into an apartment for, I believe, 6 Sims. I think there are 2 bedrooms with like one master bedroom and 2 bedrooms with bunk beds. So I think it's overall for 6 Sims, and I'm not sure if I made space for a pet. I think I did make space for a pet, so you can have 6 Sims and a pet here. The apartment comes in at just under 100,000 simoleons, but obviously the rent is going to be kind of calculated somehow based on that. I have no idea how that works, to be completely honest. I went for a very autumnal, nice color scheme, and I absolutely love how that turned out. I love the kitchen. I love these counters that came with Dream Home Decorator with the brick that I've been obsessed with lately. It's from Realm of Magic, and I absolutely adore that brick. I've been using it obsessively in like every single build that I've done. I was playing a little bit with like an accent color here, and I ended up going for this yellow wallpaper, which I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's from Jungle Adventure, this particular wallpaper, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, initially I lowered these curtains under the windows, but because I wanted to cover the white of them, I raised it up a little bit so they're not that visible. I felt like the white was just too much for the color palette that I was going for. But honestly, I'm so happy with how this turned out. There is, you know, the main living space, which is where we are right now with the 2 sort of bay windows. Then we have the master bedroom, which is accessible from this main space. And then we have 2 bedrooms, one for 2 boys, one for 2 girls, or you could change the color palette. That's up to you, but that's what I had in mind. And there's also a playroom, because obviously the number of windows in apartments is kind of limited. I had to work with what I had, so I had a room which didn't have any windows, and I already had a bathroom, and I didn't really need you know, to add anything else. So I decided to turn that into like a playroom, because the bedrooms of the kids don't really fit as much toys as I wanted to. I decided to just solve it that way, and there is a little playroom. I think there's also a small office space, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I just placed a desk in the bedroom, in the master bedroom, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure if I did. No, sorry, I just remembered. I placed a small kind of like an office space in between the kitchen and living room, because it was kind of one big space and I wanted to divide it a little bit, so I made like a bar situation and I placed the computer on there, so there is kind of like an office sort of space there. So here we are, just adding some finishing touches to the kitchen. I think the kitchen is probably my favorite room of the build. I just absolutely adore the way it looks. It's so like vibrant and pretty. Also, did you notice that, you know, I add filters over my footage. I don't have a reshade, and for some reason sometimes when I when I record my footage, it is a bit more bland. The colors are a bit less saturated for some reason. I don't know why is that. Sometimes I record it, it's colorful, sometimes I record it, it's a lot less colorful. I don't know. Have you noticed that in your game as well? Because I just don't know what it is. Because you see that the yellow is just not the same as when I was first talking about it. It's just much less saturated. I have no idea what that is about. But I guess we're just gonna push through, because yeah, it's nothing I can do about it. I don't even notice in the game when I'm building. I only notice when I'm editing the footage afterwards. But I think it still looks pretty, so I guess that's fine. I'm sorry if you can hear any noises coming from the outside. they are fixing the road in my street, and there are some noises, so if you can hear that, sorry about that, but I'm not sure if you can. I don't think you can, but you know, just in case. So here is the lot of office space that I was talking about. I initially chose this high table from Dine Out, but I ended up going for this bar that matches with the kitchen counters and cabinets. And here's the living room. I've been obsessed with the couch that we got with the book nook kit. I think it's perfect for like autumnal cozy spaces. So yeah, I've been obsessively using that in a lot of my builds that I'm working on at the moment, which I am fine with because I love them. I'm currently on what we call a practicum. So I'm currently at my old grammar school. The first week I was only just listening in on lessons, and next week I'm going to be teaching my own lessons as well, which I am equally excited and nervous about. I love the difference between like a normal elementary school, which I went to, or like secondary school, sorry, which I went to in the spring, which is also local, but there was a huge difference between the kids at the grammar school and at the normal secondary school. And I'm really excited about the grammar school because the kids are amazing. They really work well. And so, yeah, I would like to work at my old grammar school once I graduate next year. So this is like a very valuable experience to see how the school works and if it's going to be a good fit for me. And so far so good. I'm very excited. I'm very happy with how it's going so far, and it's going much better than my last practicum because I had an amazing English teacher, but my geography mentor was not great. But this one is super amazing. She is super supportive and she has really good methods, so I'm very excited about that. And yeah, so I have a very nice schedule at the moment. I don't have any late evenings like I do at university, which I've missed to be honest, because I mean my longest day was yesterday, Thursday. I was there from 8:15 to 1 in the afternoon, I believe, which was like the most I've had this week. But next week I'm gonna have the teaching classes, but I usually have like 2 per day maximum, 2 per day. Sometimes I have 3 or even 4, I think. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I've been very unsure about my future when it comes to teaching, if I really want to do this, if it's something I'm going to be interested in. But seeing how it works at this school, I am very confident that I can work in an environment like that. I'm not very good with like discipline and raising kids, I think. So I need like older children or smarter children, which I don't mean in a bad way. It's just the way I work and the way I can function. I'm not good when it comes to like disciplining people, if that's a word. So I hope I'll be able to get a job here or at a grammar school in general once I graduate next year, hopefully. Yeah, so I completely talked over the bathroom, which is one of 2, I believe. I only showed the first one because it's always there the same, so it felt pointless to add it into the video and just waste your time with a second bathroom that looks just like the first one. I also made this really cute entrance area. I used these kind of chair situations or things from high school years, which I turned into like a bench that you can use when you enter. Obviously the Sims don't really like sit down and change their shoes, but I felt like it was a really nice touch of realism because that's what you would do when you get home, you change your shoes and sit down maybe to do that. And I also use these not wardrobes but dressers from Parenthood. I love these so much. They are so pretty, but honestly the color swatches are just not very pretty, so yeah, I don't use it very often, which is a shame because it's really beautiful. Also, I just realized I completely forgot to talk about the new expansion pack, which is the For Rent expansion pack. I I'm really excited about it. I'm not sure about the style, about the world. I mean, the world is going to be beautiful, that's for sure. But I think I'm just not fully in sync with the style because it's just not something I normally would build with. But I'm all for representation. I love that we have like a South Asian world. I'm very excited about that. Just don't know, we don't have just Mount Komorebi, but also that. But I I'm very excited about the apartment. I love building like duplexes and things like that, and I cannot wait to have the option of actually having it functional as an apartment building. So I'm definitely going to be building something with the new pack as soon as it comes out, or as soon as I'm able to put something out when it comes out. My December schedule school-wise is very busy. I have a lot of presentation and some essays to be written, so I'm not sure how much time I'll have, but I do have it planned out. I do have something with the new pack planned out, probably the week after it comes out, because I won't be able to do it straight away on like the first Friday after it comes out, but the next week hopefully I'll try my best. But yeah, how do you feel about the new pack? I think it's really nice addition. I've heard some, or like seen some simmer, especially on Twitter, saying that it should have been part of Still Living, but Still Living is very old pack. It's one of the first expansion packs that we got, and I feel like it's just not possible to have it that way before. So I'm excited. I always get excited about new stuff. I am not very critical when it comes to these things, which I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm excited about the pack. That's basically the moral of the story that I'm trying to say. Are you excited too? Are you going to get the pack? I'll try to get it as soon as possible, but we'll see how that goes. Because as I said, I have quite a lot of responsibilities for school, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the time needed to build and stuff like that, but we'll see. So now I'm finishing the master bedroom. I imagine that one of the parents is going to be a musician because I placed the keyboard and a guitar, and they also have their own couch so they can hang out here, maybe read a book in peace and quiet without the kids. And now I'm moving on to the playroom, which is not big. It's not huge, but as I said, it doesn't have any windows, so it could have technically been another bedroom, but because there's no window, I felt like it was a bit cruel to turn that into a bedroom without a window. I mean, yes, The Sims, they don't really care, but for the sake of realism, I just didn't like the idea of having a bedroom without windows. So that's why I went for the playroom. I felt like it would be beneficial, you know, you can just send your kids here, they can have a good time, play with each other, and keep themselves occupied while your Sims maybe, I don't know, compose music or read a book or do whatever they need to do. So yeah, I felt like it was a really nice touch for gameplay, at least. So yeah. I'm just adding some decorations. I really loved having like working on this space. It was a bit cramped, I gotta admit, but I think it fit everything I wanted to, and I just really like how it turned out. It's very cozy and pretty, and just like, yeah, I love it. I'm not sure why the pause here is so, why I didn't cut this pause. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to do it now because that would ruin the voiceover. So I'm just adding a rug, a couple of more decorations, and I think we're going to move on to the kids' bedrooms, which one I used the kind of like this darker reddish swatch of the beds. This one is from Dream Home Decorator, and I used the blue swatches and the kind of like this pink purple swatch as well, and I loved it. That's why I went for like 2 boys 2 girls, because of the color palette, but you could have whatever you want, obviously. I also placed a table from the Growing Together pack here, so they had somewhere to do their homework, and I also placed a bunch of decoration. I really love the blue room especially because I really like the decorations that I placed here, and it's just, I don't know, it's giving like mature boys vibes. So maybe that's like teen twins or like kids, like late kids twins. I don't know. They don't even have to be twins. They can be like a brother, two brothers. Maybe they have like 4 children of different age. But there is space for obviously for kids or teens. You could maybe swap one of the beds at the bottom for like a toddler bed or even an infant bed if you wanted to, obviously. I'm just adding some more decorations. I imagine that maybe they really like pets, like the pet that is living with them. So I placed some like dog and cat stuff around, and I think we're going to move on to the last bedroom, which is pretty similar. I used the same items that I used in the bedroom next door. I just had to kind of do the layout a little bit differently because of the placement of the doors and everything. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I also used a different swatch of the Break from Realm of Magic because I just felt like it fit more with the color palette that I went for in the bedrooms. And I think I'm just adding some extra decorations for the girl bedroom, which I deemed to be the girl's bedroom. And yeah, that's going to be almost it for today's video. So if you enjoyed this speed build, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you would never miss a video that I upload. If you want to download this build, you can get it on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can get the tray files in the description box below, as always, on my Ko-fi page if you prefer to get the tray files for a game. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
But if